Crown Heights, Brooklyn. I live in a brownstone from 1890. I have not ever lived anywhere with a mouse or a rat problem.
Our landlady was in here. She mentioned that when spring comes, the mice are going to start coming out.
Well, the very first time I saw a mouse was shortly after we moved in.
Came in, entered the kitchen. As we turned to the right and looked, a little mouse just sitting on the stovetop.
And the mouse ran back into the little alcove that is part of the stove where the timer is. It's just like a little gap.
But then we didn't see one for a very long time.
We found multiple exits and entrance and figured out where it was coming from. We were able to stuff all those exits with steel wool.
I tried humane traps. The New York mice are just like, they're too savvy or something. They've seen it all. No mouse ever went inside the humane trap. It's like they looked at the humane trap and they're like, oh, hey, Tony, look, there's a piece of peanut butter. But, if we go in there, probably not going to be able to get out. We'll be stuck. Forget it. Let's go in the pantry. Then I guess it was, I feel like a month later.
My friends, Brittany and Kristen, were over. We heard Brittany yell from the kitchen, "You guys, there's a mouse!"
Kristen jumped on the furniture. I may have jumped on a chair. I mainly was concerned that shooing it out with a broom was going to cause it to come into the bedroom and then just live in the bedroom for the rest of our lives. And that's not what I wanted.
So we have this box of VHS tapes sitting in the kitchen.
From the refrigerator to the back door, we were going to make a corridor of VHS tapes.
And it looked like it was going to be successful. The mouse got 2/3 of the way towards the door.
Then it stopped. The unknown world of the backyard, I guess, was too much. It
just turned around and ran back in. I went back underneath the fridge and it did not come back out. So that was our first attempt to catch the mouse.
We came up with the idea of these Tom and Jerry Roadrunner Coyote style traps.
I had a big jar which I draped a washcloth into, thinking it might climb up the washcloth out to a little piece of paper with bread on it and fall in the jar. I tried a similar method with a cardboard box and VHS staircase.
The mouse goes up the stairs the way mice do. They just see stairs, they go right up them. And then never worked.
I did not ask anyone for advice, but people were very eager to give me advice. they're all like, get mouse traps.
The landlord brought in some poison. I don't know if this was some attempt to make us feel better, and maybe she thinks we're dumb children, but she didn't tell us that it was poison. She said, it just dries them out. As if the mice would be like, it sucks being dry. Let's move to another apartment. I know what poison is. It kills them.
I never thought about killing the mouse. I'm a vegan, so I don't really kill anything. I was sitting in the kitchen when I heard the familiar scurrying. I had a big pot from breakfast that we had cooked spinach and onions in. If he just stretched his whole body, gripped the ledge, he could pull himself up into the pot, and he slid down inside. And I felt like it was going to be my only chance to catch him, was in that pot. Quietly reached out, grabbed the pan I hoped was big enough to cover the whole opening of the pot. That the mouse had seen the shadow coming from the pot and had tried to scurry up the side of the pot, and it went by just like that. So I didn't know if he had managed to slip out right before I got the pan on the pot or if he was still in there. And it took a couple minutes, but eventually we heard him jump around in there and immediately took him to the park. I think mice are intelligent. They pretty much outwitted me for weeks, so I respect mice.